So let me try. The world don't let now we can. Now we go try for there we go. Salone don't let now we can. Now we go try for there we go. The world don't let now we can. Now we go try for there we go.
Hey, fumble them. Let we pray. The world don't left now we and let we all come together for make we sweet Salone. I'm a Salone, now the one green Salone we get. Fumble them. On a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon whose part of the world. In catch we. Again, I know say normally I can be very timely, but now forgive me the World Cup day on, so I'm thinking that I can watch the game by the time I notice time don't reach for go do the show. But as soon as I see, I'm so excited for support African teams them, and particularly we West African country them, but again Africa as a whole, because we have, by the way, I go watch live World Cup game the first time in my life for the in a field for watch game live na the field, World Cup game live na the field. And you know, God bless me. I go with me, picking me bobo, and we get a blast. We'll go watch Ivory Coast and versus Germany, but unfortunately we lost that game day. But Ivory Coast, they be supposed for win that game day because they get more chances. And but I'm so glad the way today they beat Curacao, and now Ivory Coast is second. So we wait now either France or Holland. Netherlands, the team will go come second at that group day, go face Ivory Coast. We wait for them. I know say yes, then two team then they then tough, because then two team then they beat Senegal, where Senegal now the reigning champion Africa. So but the momentum way from that well, to some extent, because that Germany game, even though we lost, Ivory Coast lost that game day, but I feel say then gain momentum. The way they play that game day, then able for take the momentum to Curacao, where then beat 2-0. And now we wait for either France or Norway. Any of the two team we go come second, then we will meet with them. And I also say boku thank you also to Ghana. Again, maybe the next time I go to for a Ghana jersey, because this a special uniform way, well I will say jersey we order we it kind of unique na the entire stadium. Now me and Bonomo we get this, and because it's so bright, you get the elephant, it gets plenty other things. Them the Cote d'Ivoire kind of right clearly na the vest. So we began Boku. So I'm not surprised if when I see me on social media, me and me Bobo on social media and a different platform then with some German supporters them, because plenty of them they run for can take a picture with we and where we score because now we could score for us and they're all apparently though we be there now they stand with Boku German supporter of course now back of the second half goal way Ivory Coast be they play. So the keeper, like anything the keeper hold ball, they boo him, but we know plenty now that stand them Boku pass we because it look like saying at the stand with the German supporters them and they be there. So where did they boo them even though we score where we boo we own voice no able because them be quiet but voice not be able to go far for like the camera pick them up pick we up and but we definitely get a blast and again for say plenty thank you for all the people that we support to with the Toronto and all that for say plenty thank you for the kind of atmosphere where we get at Toronto and that was a blast forget that live experience it completely different way you did at the feel and especially if your team they do well that experience it hard for explain. Yes, I know saying at TV you see different angles there because I'm thinking the gladness even though the sound will be there now the feel it be very close to the feel but still like some players thinking they're a little bit far we will see them clearly unlike TV now we they watch them on TV then we will zoom them in and then you will see them clearly so now the slight drawback that but we said they see the TV but it just happens to the gladness we know they watch the TV for show their replay and all that. Again, Fambulem, enough of the World Cup. By the way, I want to go sense the excitement. The African teams, them so far, the two teams, them well, one extremely disappoint me. We in Tunisia. I don't know how the game they're on right now. So I don't know how it no matter if even them beat we and obviously then go will beat Netherlands. But again, Tunisia then completely disappoint we, and it's so sad for like the commentator then game against Japan. I not be able to finish that game there because I be so the vex after the first half. That's it for me because the first half then we don't get two against them and the way they play they not really show me say now world class team that at all which is very shameful. However, the other team way then get slight chance, but then disappoint me personally. Senegal. I mean, they feel say Senegal, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Ghana safe to some extent because their performance this BNB team we do not be even qualify for the Nations Cup. I not be expect much from them, but they so pleasantly surprised me the way how they play England. So Senegal now. We don't even know. Yes, on paper, then we will beat Iraq tomorrow, but then we will beat them with plenty goals in a way that then we will survive as a third place because it look like say plenty of the third place team them. Then they get 3 points. So it get for boil down to goal difference. So if Senegal get 3 points and then just score 1 goal maybe, I don't think that they will be sufficient for them until they get for wait till Saturday, like where all the other teams that don't play. For no, if at all, then go day among the best third place team them. So Senegal were good. We them regardless of waiting the entire for overturn the decision day, but now the reigning champion, now the African champion. So why they for struggle? And we don't even know if they go qualify because Iraq themselves go try all kind way for like then get at least 1 point. just like how we see how 80, I don't know if una be watch that 80 game versus Morocco. Very impressive. So this World Cup, it act for say Team Puello. I go say Tunisia, no exception, because even Curacao, where Germany begin 7, like just imagine the way how them play Ivory Coast today, the way how them be played the last time against Ecuador. You go really say yes, they step up. But Tunisia, my goodness, that's a disgrace. And again, I don't say Holland team. I mean, Norway team good, but I don't feel say that team they supposed for considered good, better than Senegal. I can understand France. Yes, I can understand because the French team now huge favorite for win the World Cup. But Norway, for let Norway beat Senegal, and that way I go say bobo them. Senegal need for step up. So for Ambulem, I want to say boku thank you to una all. We don't join in. I just decide for talk about the World Cup and how we African teams then they do well. I be really want to spend a little bit of time for talk about Cape Verde. Cape Verde. I will call them back Cape Verde. Their population are around 500,000, less than 1 million. The entire country of Cape Verde. Salone about 8 point something million. And yet where would they try for make better comparison with people in a Salone, particularly the party picking them, the loyalist to party, not to the country. Then we'll begin to say, oh, give funny excuses. But look, Cape Verde. So we presidents, they go all over. They say, okay, they go for promote the name of Salone and all that stuff. Then they, Cape Verde, the thing where they don't do so, it go even prompt boku people them out of curiosity for go serve that country there. And waiting and get for mean, it get for mean say go increase tourism. And when they realize, say, you know what, that country they the corruption less and plenty other things them. They go for them. Waiting go happen. They go bring investors them. So you see, football bring them na the map where they don't need for go. By the way, I'm just curious, how many of una sabi the president in name, the name of the president of Cape Verde? Probably majority of we not sabi, pass we maybe Google am also. But yet, na Cape Verde will they talk about so. Na Cape Verde, the goalkeeper, where before this tournament in social media, followers them about 50,000. Just one game, that game against Spain, the way they play Spain, that goalkeeper no more. In followers, it increased to, according to the news, 4.4 million. Just imagine, So it definitely clear say, not all the people in Cape Verde, they follow him. Because Cape Verde population is about 500,000. So for let that guy get 4.4 million followers them, just one game. That, now waiting me call the right publicity. Do something where you go able to put you on the map. Not all for the gallivant and say, oh, I they go do presentation here, I go do presentation yonder and stuff. And then the fundamental things them, you're not able for do am na your country. And yet you say, oh, because of maybe you're handsome, if at all, and you, because they say you know that, say, oh, well, they go do presentation here and there, and then they go bring investors, you they spend the money fata like that. The two, I will say, way for push your country go before, make your country then at the map in a good way, my brothers and sisters. And like kind here, the thing them way the world care about, the thing them way the world they pay attention. Again, if Salone then get the right policies then for attract investors, where investors then going to realize, say, if I put me money under, are they able to make plenty in return, like return on investment, ROE, the people that we're familiar with the word, and they return on ROI, return on investment. Guess what? You don't need for go do all sort of presentation or talk here, go kitchen, like cooking, a seminar, agriculture seminar where you don't know nothing but agriculture and all that. You don't need for do that. Let the country in policy sell itself. Because we get good policy, investors then they look for place for put their money. We then go make a huge, we then go get a huge return. So my family, I just decide for we all get a little bit of understanding as to how Salone team up. For the people we that them first time, by the way, I want to say kudos to we own brother brother Walker, George Walker. He asked me for change the background, so I bring a new studio. So I hope this sort of capture free tone, because this is not free tone, and as soon as I can see, we're proud of a free tongue, and it get le ashona. If one can see some of like that city hall building and all that. So from this angle, free tongue look fine. We not see plenty of them pan body and all that. We filter them out, but you will see a little bit of the Lion Mountain. So me fumble them. This now we only to wait for showcase Salone. We people can see the images here, and you know the previous one. You look at the way how we be show the sea and all that, the beach and like that white sand. It will be appealing. You know, we a little way. So una self if una get to your way, how for do una just kind of do so people that we don't know Salone, the scenes and they go able for prompt people and for go sabi Salone. Say, wow, what a beautiful place. I like the sand. The sand is white. And you know, the kind of layout. Oh wow, look at the mountain and all that stuff then they so in nice for like they show them pictures here where we get the opportunity. For the people away now the first time, I want to say boku thank you to una for we una join this program. My name is Karim Kagbo and I based in Canada. Me fumble them. So today we get quite a few topics them, and this topic as again a part of I go say me day-to-day job. The bread and butter politics where they go on a Salone. We put them specifically saying bread and butter politics because now, for whatever reason, the politicians them, they don't lie, and it look like say people are still need to buy the lie where they lie because they don't talk about. I be where before I come now this program, I be read up one other headline. We Keke Toma, well, it's not surprising, the secretary to the president in office, they say under mother bill don't build more bridge than UNESCO, my regime and all that. But yet, the bread and butter issue, we President build it away with the campaign, and make it clear where APC they say they don't build roads, they don't then get lights, now free tongue, all lentin and they say not to that people and they eat. The bread and butter issue now him go concentrate on where if he be president. And we be president now, did they even give people in back talk? So now I make a lot talk a little bit about them. And what prompt me more, follow we talk about the bread and butter issue or the bread and butter politics. We sadly enough, with Vice President, they talk. I go play for another video, but this headline: rice, oil, onions, and tomatoes, according to them, it said them cheaper than Salone pass we neighbors them, meaning pass Guinea and Liberia. So remember, according to the vice president, it said price of rice, oil, yabas, and tomatoes then cheaper. So we not too long ago, people have even say yabas no be there. A Salone, yes, they don't grow plenty yabas. But to stand that happen, where people be they go getting a Guinea. And we all know say where it come to Guinea and Salone for the longest time. People and they go buy things then at Guinea, essential things, they're not do luxury no more. Essential things them like thing for eat and anything, and they go buy them at Guinea for come na Salone. So where you sort of you look at that for like with vice president, they say yes. Oil, yabas, tomatoes, all the essential things then they and cheaper na Salone pass na Guinea. You know, tap there, I go kind of talk a little bit more about waiting it feels saying at the major issue where Salone get. And given that na me area, it's just unfortunate though that them people are, I don't know if maybe the economists them way they get na Salone, they scared because when you talk something where the government not like, na trouble for you. So even where na your profession, where they suppose for allow you for speak truth. Maybe now that make the economists then they kind of quiet. They say something, but this is completely shameful though for like a whole vice president not able to get the basic understanding of economics. Really, really, really shameful. I will talk more about where I play in video because for right now maybe we're not going to get the context. So I go kind of talk to the video because a claim about the cheap food where it claims say food cheaper Salone compared to Guinea and Liberia. So it blame the whole thing saying that because of people and more people are not get job, so it say the income not enough. So now make us say it's shameful that they don't understand the basic economics. So he shoots himself right there at the foot. You say the income not enough. Income need to go up. Or it say because more people do not get job. So if the current income not enough for like people able to afford the thing the way they say cheap food. So what do it mean? So it definitely means say the price of the thing the way you say cheap, they go up faster than the rate at which the income they go up. So how is it then cheap? So if people are not able to afford them with their current income, it's very clear say things that are expensive. Economics 101. Because you don't say, oh, the income they go down. Oh. Not to that you say, oh. Say, oh, now because of the people their income don't go down. No, you don't say that, oh. You say the income not enough. So the current income not enough. So meaning if you don't get raise, you kind of stagnant. And then the standard of living so high. Just imagine, the cost of living is very high. Waiting at the equation there. So your income dey one place. Inflation, you say price don't stabilize. Well, you go call them so, but it stabilize at a higher level where prices that don't go up big time from the time when I take over. So if prices that don't go up big time and the people the money where they earn it not go up that way they. So what do it mean? It means say the things they're expensive for them. They're not cheap. So your definition of cheap, you they say relative to Guinea. If it's relative to Guinea, then I don't know for use boku terms now, yeah. But then get what they call arbitrage. Where Guinea themselves they face that pressure and I make them do something for discourage that. Them borders them. You get traders them with very much clever for no side of let's say Guinea, Liberia, Salone, now we take them 3 countries then they. The trader then are then 3 countries then they observe very keenly. They're essential commodities them. Whose side are the cheapest? The country of them 3 then we thinks they're cheapest. So what they can do, then go buy na then country then they can sell na then country. Then go do that cross-border trading until the country where things cheaper catch up. Because where then they go buy they if they not pass regulation for say then stop then particular kind of trading and they then go do that stay the price na the other side level up. So una way cheaper because more people and they can buy from una where then they force the things that outside of una country we away like that thing where they say demand and supply. It will create higher demand for that country there where the things them. So I go use the word cheaper. By the time you don't know it, the price they go up because of people and they can buy from other country. So the people away there in other country, because they don't bring boku things them, let's say yes, for example, Liberia, yes, slightly higher, the price of rice is slightly higher, Salone, the price of rice slightly cheaper. Waiting the Liberian traders then go buy from Salone, just like how Salone be they do, where things then expensive na Salone, and yet then the same items then they cheaper na Guinea, people and they go buy na Guinea. If even Guineans then try for prevent that, not that una be they able smuggle, then go they smuggle them because then go make more profit. If then go buy na the cheaper side, can sell them also expensive. So we then do a lot of that. Within they happen, the side usai a bit more expensive. They get now higher supply of then items then they go put a little bit of downward pressure on the price. So the rate at which the price they go up, now that country they go slow down. And sometimes in this where it also plenty, the price they can do. So it get for be that kind where they until the trader they realize now say no, but better profits no they because I get for pay transport, I get for pay totman, I get for pay this, I get for pay that. So by the time you make what can sell na Liberia the price and they even get much profit. So then they discourage people them for do the cross-border trading. So until then they happen, you go always get that. So for let you say the price cheaper now your neighboring country and all that, and you sort of explain saying, you know what, as if people are not for suffer, the only reason we make things tough. But again, let's not do too much analysis before una listen to the video. I go allow una for listen to the video. Allow una watch the video and listen to him, and then I go come back on that. So that's now one thing we'll go discuss. The other thing where we go discuss me fumble them again. This man it just happened, I must say, that Salone person. But I just don't know whose planet this man come out. Alpha Kanu. Alpha Kanu not afraid in God. The 50 Salone people them, and this now we politicians them. So this now somebody where they give the president advice. That man they say 3 square meals a day is a Western culture. We ate once daily in the provinces. So Alpha Kanu they try for say, for let people eat 3 times a day. Not to African thing, not to Salone thing, not with man thing. Epo. So this now the kind person way for make changes in that country, they let Salone people in life better. Where they tell people indirectly saying, "Una not deserve for it 2 times per day at least. Una deserve for it 1 time per day." I remember how they go school, me famble them. Even the people we come up from less privileged home, you go here, you say, if na color safe, they make them for the picking in the morning before they go school. So tell me, if they don't make that color for picking them, for let them go school, they're not able to give them lunch, but that color. So you want to tell me, say that colors with them picking, they don't eat. Even the provinces themselves, if people picking and they go school, where they don't make food, if not to colors, but then the provinces, as I understand it, then go make like maybe boiled cassava or whatever they're able for fen. But I know say people mostly, even the provinces, people and they make food in the morning. So Alpha Kanu want tell me say, then people are with the upline. After they don't eat that morning food, that's it for the whole day. Now that morning food they no more. So when I see then kind people are. So imagine somebody like this, where now advisor to the president, in the scene like say for let people eat at least 2 times a day, a privilege. Not to something where a cultural. Because it is time for say for eat 3 times per day, now Western culture. So we no train for eat more than 1 time a day. They fumble them. Where some people and go think say I can go too hard on them politicians here. But it's very clear. Say this man is not good for himself. It's not good for that position the way he all. For like it be advisor to the president if he they think this kind of way. Rather than a talk about how they go able make life easier for people them. Instead, try for tell people them say that expectation for Leona eat more than once a day, even though nowadays but people them even that want them for eat, they're not able forget them. But let we say, if this person really they think and care about the suffering where people and they go through, you know, will make them nonsense talk here. For eat, food, essential. You say now Western culture. So again, let we break them down. Then place here. Then get within and call breakfast, that morning food. Well, you throw in lunch and dinner. And some of them can even do it 4 times, like when they can call supper, like that midnight, maybe snack or whatever it is. So I just to explain the breakfast. Say plenty, especially let we talk about school picking them. We all know where Kumbra not able for game picking lunch or make small thing for in picking the morning for eat. before he goes to school. We already see the impact where it get per them picking and day. And picking and they not can get much energy, not go able to concentrate in our class and all that. Not to say they're stupid though, but the energy not there. Maybe they don't sleep, like, as according to Alpha Kanu. The whole day they're angry. Maybe a net they eat. And then a morning now they expect that food from that net. So Alpha Kanu narrative, that food day, and for day now that picking in belly. It come out school and you not go able to play safe, you not go able to play better because energy not there. And maybe if na help out, if na for go sell and all that. Na net we then cook back. So tell me that kind of life day. That life day, na life of any healthy living. So, but we all know, say, even upline, in fact, upline, I believe, say then for able to eat more times a day, because especially during the way people they go there and then get them backyard garden and all that stuff, then we like I say no more, then go na the garden, and if na cassava time, then go plug the cassava. If na orange time, at least then go able to do something. Like mango time, then go boil the mango, put salt, and people like picking and go eat them, and then they sustain them. But then go do whatever they're able for like them picking they eat that morning. That morning they're very important. And then yes, some family them even they can cook. But doing again, Salone I make the appeal for let we go back to where to be known before, where we help each other. You help your neighbor, because first time now free tongue, and I believe saying them provinces then say they happen where the people where they cook earlier, then can kind of, I don't know if they call them osusu, but then go put for their neighbor. Where the picking and go able eat, then you where they cook even time, you say put for the neighbor, where that neighbor now go in picking them for even time food or something like that. So that they help for like picking their able eat in a timely way, so they're not go be very hungry. So I mean, know of their style and the people they do that. So the province where people they know each other. I don't feel say them go allow neighbors them for go hungry. And for goodness sake, the land almost free. I say almost because it can belong to like the family and all that. But where people and they farm, I don't feel say them go allow themselves for go hungry. Not only now where you get boku of the young folks that we don't come free tongue, where they don't get job and they stay, and then the people them back home, maybe they don't carry age, they're not able to do a whole lot more. And I believe say even so safe, then go still able for survive. But this man, this terrible Salone person, where every day this man, they just be nuisance. They spill nonsense. Complete, utter nonsense. How food intake, how then therefore be a Western culture for let you eat 3 times if you will provide them. How that one therefore considered a Western culture. So think them way therefore able benefit the people them. Say now with man idea. Then are the same people them back where they talk about now with man idea. But yet that fly for go talk nonsense. Now different conferences. Now cultural idea that. A cultural idea for take private jet. They fly all over the place. They spend unnecessary money. A cultural idea that. Where even the West, where them presidents, then they go place them and whatnot. Then go even make the press know. If you check now the proper department, then we will tell you exactly how much each trip where Donald Trump they take will cost. Very transparent. And I make, then they tell them, then go no say a exorbitant, and even this Iraq war, this Iran war. People, the analysis, if you want the information there, how much it costs per day. But we need to know the president in travel and all the nonsense people there, the Alpha Kanu, where they go, place them where not supposed for even they safe. We need to know how much it costs the government and all that. So then justify them. But for let people are able for enjoy the benefit of waiting God give we with natural resources. For like una able for manage their resources then they well and provide the basic for Salone people them. They give people them back talk. Say now with man idea. For let eat 3 times a day. And with man culture. Seriously. Then people are there, they ought to know good. Complete disgrace to Salone people. This now him, this person. Now him we for oh my goodness. My goodness. This man a disgrace. Complete disgrace to that country there. Complete disgrace. For it's 3 times a day. Now Western culture. And then I don't know if he feels sad and they go make people feel better. It's therefore say, oh, himself, then can only eat 1 time per day. Now the province. And I sure say if you parents they be there alive, that way where you disgrace them so they not be able to afford for you, that you go able to eat more than 1 time a day. I sure say them for likely curse you. Because for politics, you make them low. You kind of shame them. So they'll not be able to take care of you. What a disgrace. So me fumble them. Again, I go play for another video. Let us have kind of hear from the vice president where they talk about this whole food business. I don't know if to them now for just talk their way out, then think, say it go help, or Salone people and stupid. When that them not the stupid one them, we for think say people are not know within our suffering. So it's like you say, oh, you know what? Oh no, they suffer. Things then cheap. So now no get no right for complain because things then cheap. Now that's it they come through. And when I no get no right for complain because we culture not permit now for eat more than 1 time a day. We culture say for only eat 1 time for the whole day. Utter nonsense. So me family and the other thing where this I'm not going for waste too much time per now, but I just feel say as something where I want for bring to our attention, me family them. And this guy, another nuisance this. And this guy they vow a kind of wish for be president. Then Kotanaya Sengeh. The World Bank and IMF do not dictate to us. And I see them people here. So IMF, World Bank, they tell you now forget on track. They tell you now conditions them before ever they rescue now. They say, oh, they need to dictate to we. You see, them people here, when you reach to them, where the international community call them on certain things, then are the same people that where they run and say, oh, we sovereignty. Oh, we not sovereign state. Now that arguments they try for bring. So, by the way, me fumble them. Let open the phone lines and so I know keep on let just remind una of the line name for call. And the phone lines, they open right away, as a matter of fact. So if you want for call, just call with WhatsApp. And we WhatsApp now +1 343 997 5828 +1 343 997 5828. And again, if una want for listen to we on the mobile app, una can just download the VOS television mobile app, and una go will get this program live and clear. So again, the phone lines, they're open, and somebody will try for calling, but unfortunately I'm not able to get to call. Please call back, and we will be more than happy for pick your call. So the lines, they're open while I talk. When I interrupt me, and after I don't set the stage, I will also recognize and welcome the people that we don't join we. So back to the IMF. When I see I put bread and butter, politics, the cheap food claims where the vice president make, and we will play that video there. And again, IMF pushback. So it's like there's some people here, President Bill specifically, where every day in opposition, every day run for the president 2018. The same way as they use the audit report. So after they use them for campaign, and then they twist around now and try not for like the lady, nor put them into that similar spotlight as they put APC. You see how interesting them be, and then people are they claim say they go come for change the country. So this same IMF President Bill campaign and say we an escoma, well, rightfully so. It be no say if it be withdraw the subsidies from the rice, withdraw the rice subsidy, fuel subsidy, price then go jump before the election big time. So you not do them. And IMF, the part of the condition for let do them. Where you not do them, they suspend the disbursement. So the money where IMF be supposed for release, they say they're not going to release that money there at that time because stick to it in they recommend. President Bill, where he come, just like how Nigeria they go through, within Nigeria they go through. He do exactly within an escoma fail for do because an escoma be they feel say go create hardship on the people immediately, and then they go reducing chances for win election, for like APC win election. But people are not by that. People are still say Tolombo no go sit down, angry boku. So now it don't reach their own turn, then they spend lavishly, not to on the people for increase the people in welfare. No, they spend lavishly. The debt level don't go up, and prices them. Even though then they misunderstand the definition of inflation, because to them, including Sengeh, they say we inflation don't calm down. It mean absolute price don't calm down. The actual price don't calm down. We na misrepresentation of the wrong definition of inflation. And at that same way, and I make a kind of say, I don't know really why then people are the disgrace when economists then plenty in a Salone way even brilliant past me. Now that same mentality this man get, the vice president, where it thinks then cheap. So to ram, price that don't stabilize, meaning inflation don't stabilize. So then they to ram translate into the items then cheaper. We price do not go down. The way I better explain it severally, the actual price of things they not go down. The average price of things then still they go up. inflation adjusts the rate at which they go up. That's it. Not to say that they go up. Then still they go up. So the increase where people don't see, where inflation be there 50-something%, is still the increase from that 50-something% price level. Still they go up. So who side thinks then cheaper? Where the other countries then they even do better than we. Like Guinea, and currency stronger, and then get several factors. Then let me take this call. And let we now hold the person on the line. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who side they call from, please?
This is not Tom. I call from the US.
Thank you very much, Brother Tom. What you take on the program so far? Go ahead, please. You get 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Kabo, and thank you for taking your time every time for making sacrifice for come on the program and talk about the issues them for enlightening Sierra Leoneans.
Thank you too for calling, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, I believe Sierra Leone as a country, we able take care of we safe if and only if we get leaders them we reasonable in the spending them when they spend. But we don't see over and over the years we get two political parties we unfortunately don't rule the country for some time, but not the same thing over and over. Because if president they minimize in travel, we get ambassadors them at different countries them. President minimize in travel, the entourage where they go with reduce them. A lot of those spending where we they spend is not necessary for make you spend up. All of those money where they give them people, and most of them they get them family them outside. Most of them they smuggle those money and they carry them back overseas. It affects the economy. And then they smuggle them money in dollars or in pounds. It affects the economy. And inflation continue. But the worst thing about this government is they continuously they live in denial, complete denial of waiting they go on of the reality. And even if people talk anything where they say it not go in line with waiting they want for you are in trouble. In my own lifetime, based on my own experience, I don't think say me personally, I don't see a government where irresponsible like this government. And the country don't they in a worse situation 5 or 8 years ago. We in a very, very bad and very awkward situation. When I say the previous government, they give the country good name outside. I remember when I come when I say President Kuruma, former president, left that now. I think I be Japan or some country where when I go, when I come, when I make noise over that one day.
Yeah.
But compare from then 10 day to now. Waiting another involved, first family involved in drug scandal. Waiting another year about vice president. Waiting another year about criminal activities then. Waiting another year about people within the country when they even work, then they survive on these drugs, they make money. When you go Salone, based on the information, some of the information they can get, you can see people and where they go, even challenge you where they oversee, say that they live past you, the America or you the England, but then they live past you. All of those things, people are not being held accountable. I don't know what's in the corruption they do. Nobody ever all when we get political connection. No, nothing. Nobody know like instead the president just try for say, okay, we make her just negotiate between them people there. So make I hold them into custody. So nobody no go talk against me. So I go able to do what I want for do. White paper, we not see anything. It is so unfortunate. And these people continue to be in constant denial. They are denying the fact. And waiting they want to try for do again, and waiting them we do try they try for go Canada West, come portray another story. But we tell God thank you for program them like this. They highlight the facts, where they bring the facts come out. So people ain't gonna know waiting exactly they go on at the country. But the country situation is really messy. Cement price, they go up just like that. Cement price was 70 or 60,000. Most time it don't go up to 250,000 for one bag cement. The cement price in the region is so expensive for being a Salone than for being in other parts in West Africa. Very, very expensive. Then rent price just they escalate. But I mean, government not get waiting that much over the one day because not in a private something. But at least they can get something they can do with those things for building houses, so more people will build. But again, and as much as we can able to say. But thank you so much, and that's again for saying thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much for your submission. May God bless, bro. And always you say, I completely agree with you. To me, it's very clear. Say the government sort of misplace their priority. It's very clear, but again, it's rather unfortunate that then people are not again. We people can talk about and other into politics and stuff, but then people are they take care of the resources, they manage the continuing resources, and even the money where they send for they go say, okay, well, let's Salone people in life sort of improve. And then people get for determine how their money then they go, like who side then go and all that. It's rather unfortunate. Let me take one more call. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting on your name and who side they call from, please.
Hello.
Yes, you're there on live, and go ahead, please. Waiting on your name and who side they call from?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kabu. It's been a while. This is not Ahmed. They call from UK.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Brother Ahmed. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Well, anyway, I'm glad again for make I get you on this program. I stay today. I stay as you know what I get for contributing. It's been a while, but they always follow you, and you do a very great work with the new channel, the BAV, Bola. In fact, that place, I think that like more now. It's like there's some good stuff about Africa and stuff that are very much educative. So thank you for that. You know,
and thank you for follow that as well, and thank you for always the contribute on VOS.
Yes. You see, Mr. Kagbo, you know, if only people listen, this government listen. Enough for the with this today. Just like what he done, he says like this now repeated episode which you know the hammer. Not to say now we hate these people because this country we all get this country equally. But more take a look at Madabio 2017 interview now I don't know na BBC. All routine narrates 500,000 jobs. If they can't correct it, loophole them for make it sponsor children them. 3 of any 5 adults are in the read and write. The PK will get back for good school. So in the left school because of shoes and bags and uniform. He make that propaganda. So they will shout it. So if you follow some of us who they get a large family with every single day we get news. That country don't it's terrible under this government. Not to hype with the hype this thing. Me not to APC, me not to SLPP. Me I'm not belong to none of this party. But the reality with they on the ground today, you see people like Alpha Kanu, you wonder what's kind of people they were at the age. Then guy they had in Canada na London recently last week they get they see the town hall like then they manage without they ask them question. The vice president, the information minister, and the land minister to us and see the counter this they do be the AYV now they make the ambassador na Belgium as my James they just they pick themselves. They are choose without they ask question. Then they manipulate the stage, just like what they do now. Anyone can do now. Yeah, some people here for force themselves for asking question. These people, they get no ideas. That have been a big mistake. For God's sake, this is not for blame on God. How somebody will sit down while listening to this guy interview back, and he just spent 9 years in studying, and he left for three thesis there for write about, even get a doctorate degree, whatever. Everything this guy then lie from the one, the stage manager, the stage manage everything. How come this man can surface as a leader? People in Sierra Leone all sit down, will not dig them facts they are from America, what's happened, where they lot on how much have been lifestyle. This not to God. We don't do due diligence for find out. We don't forgive leadership for ruling country. For God's sake, people manipulate. We brace them by tribe. We make them by region to do Saudi. Look at all of the sanctions there. America, I think America they hate me. Which they tell me about the election. Which they tell you for what to do. The money they forgive them whole land. Look at this drug saga. Any of these people who come on social media for asking questions in the Doja with this just like that. Even Sengeh, who sit on a church, say no sabia. With the guy who say now in video with this former minister of immigration. This fellow now they know it so now. Look at this guy, Jack Kai. We the can make as leader of drug enforcement agency from immigration who collect bribes them. Alusain Kane. These people, but yet they deny. So they nobody know they ask them question as alone. We the president in Peking. We this lady. How these people, Mr. Kagbo is terrible. But we all like what they do so. If we all not come up, not stand and continue for speak the truth and continue for talk about these people, so continue for expose them, not to hate this nation, but the country they in a very bad shape. Ever since some of us now they were born, we grew we were young during the war, till the war done. We know how people struggle, we know how people die. We see this thing with when we are young boys. So imagine. And then a similar thing they repeat today. People are getting arrested. People in our prison. Look, Moriba, what you do they? Just they know able to charge her up to 23 months now. Later, this guy they go every weekend. This past Wednesday they go court. They know the charger. They say they get for talk to the Minister of Justice. The Minister of Justice get for talk to the power to be made in grant and bill. They call for money again about 10 million. Now they can't get for go give them money. Imagine this. Which is an Sheriff Edwenda. Which is what they do? Which Mubasa, Mr. Red, which they do the way they pick up from a burka, then go locker. Under this precaution, they say they no accept of this matter in election. They don't get no case for more than all this old man in Mombasa. He left the guy in a prison, they suffer. You know what? I think get some health complication. But they keep at it. For no charges. There are other people in a prison apart from General Sheriff. They don't get no charges. Up to today, they know they can't cut safe. If as for Bomasa, Mr. They don't know they can't cut. But I'm only buying the car every week. So telling me, how a country run like this? These people 2025 now they formulate this cyber crime, they bring and they narrate in a way. Now the same thing they do towards the nick of the election. They change the laws of the election. These guys are criminals. And they run this nation so. These are not politicians. These are just rogue people. We want to thief that nation. The sad thing is even people who don't live abroad today. People like Mike Berawade is surprising you for Swiss, but you can't. God, it's sad. How much man will be so selfish? They're carrying that selfish.
Yeah, well, call me back. Yes, and thank you very much, and for all your contribution. Again, Fambulem, I'll make it very clear. Like, some people will feel offended where we bother say the guys that are criminal and all that. But remember, we then be write the report, the GTT report. We then call the previous administration racketeering, all kind of name, and Madabio call the IMP and all that. So I wonder why now they take him saying a crime for call him thief man. I'm not able to understand though. I feel say if we don't normalize that kind language there. Because Tifman, we local dialect, we say IMP. So if he call the other people IMP and then call on Tifman, I'm not able to understand really why don't they for constitute a crime. But anyways, let me go back to Sengeh. Now, as I be say, and I want to say thank you to the two callers them, and I definitely recognize them, points them. So if when they come, then talk say Salone be there in a terrible state, so much so that, but I explained to Una the reason why, and it's coma be disregard the IMF conditions. Because he thinks say he will create additional hardship on the people of Sierra Leone. Will Mother Bill come? He do exactly that. And again, that be the only way that for like he gets the money where IMF be don't suspend, Salone forget. So he do that. He do exactly that, and a day till them begin triangle for the country. That's where an Escoma scared. It happened. And things then continue they go up. And even as we speak, people in the complaint say fuel price at the globe don't they go down, and why Salone fuel price not go down and all that. But after we pull, and we all know what thing that be the reason for the subsidies. For like it go cushion some of the effect on the average person, but in Pulam, according to IMF. So Sengeh they try for tell we now say IMF not go tell them waiting for do. I'm not able to understand which side they go with this. So it look like say to them that they play politics. Now we can say the bread and butter politics. IMF not go tell Una waiting for do, rightly, okay? But why Una they go to IMF? Because it's very clear say Una not able get debt from any other side. Una not go able go na the market for let Una go sell the government debt. So Una go get money. Because even the few Sierra Leoneans, the way they buy Una debt, plenty of Una CSF they do that. People that will get influence in government and all that stuff. But that average person not trust the government. So you did bash IMF. Now they claim sovereignty. But yet, Una not able for be self-sufficient. The money Una they get in terms of revenue, even close for run the government because of Una recklessness in terms of Una spending. Una they choke the Salone economy with more taxes. And yet, then taxes the revenue Una they collect from the higher taxes than is still not enough because President Bio is say they close a loophole. As people can make fun, say now gutter in the open. So then unnecessary spending. So Una always they play catch up and not tap there because again people in the celebrate IMF don't release this, but Una read the fine print. Now based on that extended credit facility, not debt. Not debt. Well, yes, that extended credit facility, go pay interest on it, but not debt, my brothers and sisters. After a certain period, 5 years, 10 years, then you begin pay them. So if you put the money where IMF they give you now in good use, when you begin pay that money, what you need to do now, it reduce from the money we be supposed for take care of social activities them. Like the healthcare and all that. So Mother Bill, only they mess up the country, the current situation of the country, it they mess up the future back of the country. Because then debt here will they take so. Now debt them we get for choke the future government because the next government where they come, then debt here cannot match up for begin to pay. So una not left reserve, much reserve, and then una left debt with the next government get for the pay. So tell me, how that when they are building the future of the country? How? The debt will you take? Una they take, una not they utilize and well. Because most of it they go for pay una self. After we don't put people in lousy positions. We're not even necessary. You open unnecessary positions them just for compensate. You supporters them. The people that will help you come to power. But how long did they compensate for them people in there? How long? Now the back of the average person. So again, as I say, singing another one, we don't even know what in it is sometimes. I can tell, like, say, depending upon whose side of the bed we wake. And say, oh, today they go talk about this. Oh, today they go about IMF and World Bank and all that. And a similar approach, sadly enough, the former president of Ghana be do. And, you know, people every day gladly way. I remember one time, one of the first famous speeches, them say Ghana don't need France their money. They don't need Western people their money because the taxpayer then they suffer for their money. So they don't need for Ghana. And we make it be the brag that because at that time, Ghana, we don't do so well that they can able for go toss at the market. They can able go buy. They can able go sell government instruments and government treasury, as we call for get money. So there not be the need for go toss to IMF. So then they flop it, then they go in it. But what think happen now? They reach a point, they're not able for pay, then debts, then they, because I'll be there explain to now, then debts, then they can work. Say, depending upon the maturity, you get for the pay small way you can able either some time can day, some of them every 6 months you pay certain amount where they agree for pay. So you reach a point, Ghana not be able for service then debts, then they end up for default. And then Boku people and bail out, then sell the treasuries them at the market. Then flood the market with them. So the price of it go way down. And by the time you know it, people will not get confidence in for trust Ghana again. So foreign investors then bail out. And nobody gets no other option. They gonna go to IMF. IMF we be don't bash. We be don't say, oh, they don't need any IMF loan and all that. And because of, again, the government before them, we don't do something where they be done financially kind of stable. And China be ready for Tosa. So with all them windows, then they waiting to do if it's IMF and all that. But at least at that time, we go straight to IMF. But we now, they use IMF money, they trust to IMF, and then you say IMF not go tell we waiting for do. I don't know who's, again, it's so sad though, that they look people in Coco one and lie for people in massive. I don't say I'm severally, now then are the stupid one. So the next thing I want to talk about, again, I try for hold down for a little bit because it's just unfortunate that we need for the update people them. But it's tiring, it's shameful, and all sort of negative connotation to this. My brothers and sisters, I sure say this is not going to surprise you now. The last time I be check the news, waiting the information minister say, he say, oh well, the news about the parliamentarian, the European Union parliamentarian, in letter we send, something we not just within no more and one or two other people and all go na the European parliament and all that. Yes, do not pass any resolution yet on that. But it talk like saying a one man something. As of I think yesterday or so, This picture on this is a courtesy of Truth Media. And one for say plenty thank you to them for that. This are the Prime Minister Sesef of the Netherlands. The Prime Minister. So what did he say? I want the pressure on Sierra Leone to be increased in order to secure the extradition of Jalloh Decker. If I'm believing, we last week I shown I play for a video of the internal affairs minister. They say you don't know if Jalloh Decker in a Salone or not, but he believes the police they do them best for make sure say and catch him. So this not a one person no more. Just like how we get president, the prime minister and the government of the entire Netherlands, the entire country, and the government, the head of the government for the entire country. He strongly believes, say, Jalloh Decker day in a Salone, and a vow. And again, we unfortunately Sengeh be the talk na London where he say, oh, Salone people they not like the country now, then they speak ill of the country and all the nonsense then they. When I look at the logo them for the microphone, all na foreign media. Salone media another day. So imagine President Bill say it clean the image of Salone. This man they give press conference to foreign media. They vow for put pressure on Sierra Leone for release Jalloh Decker for like them go extradite him. Not to say President Bill not they are aware of them here, because if Truth Media able capture him and we say able capture the news here, so President Bill clearly get a news team where go to bring them here to your attention. Say, hey pa, the Prime Minister of the Netherlands don't come out and give press conference. So then go put pressure upon we for let we extradite this guy. So now tell me too, how this they help Salone. And then the very Sengeh, they say he refuse for call Salone a narcotic state. So why una not challenge the campus here during them press conferences then they after we don't do the press conference, una cable call the media and tell them clearly, una self go on the offensive if indeed Jalloh Decker cannot in a Salone. Una give show all kind evidence and even allow foreign journalists them for can investigate. Then they boost the morale of the country. Then they go counter the narrative here. But not to just for tell Salone people them. Not to foreign media una they tell you. Now Salone people them. And you they tell, say let Salone people and challenge the foreign media. Oh, why Salone man don't know right? Say Belgium, they sell whatever nonsense. So me fumble them. So almost, that was last week, almost every week, we just see headlines that like the wire. Every week. And yet, that man feels say if we able left a good legacy in this country. And the other interesting thing we are for showing me fumble them. Let I just quickly show a little bit, well, I get the context. So then quote, according to the interview we do at the press conference, then quote the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. I want the pressure on Sierra Leone to be increased in order to secure the extradition of Jos Leidekker, Dutch Prime Minister Rob Jetten. Dutch Prime Minister Rob Jetten has called on the European Union to intensify its fight against international drug trafficking by taking tougher action against countries that shelter convicted criminals. Very clear. Says Salone, that one of the targeted countries today. So speaking at high-level discussions, I underline that too, high-level discussions, Jetten said the Netherlands has urged EU leaders to increase pressure on Sierra Leone to extradite fugitive drug trafficker Jos Leidekker, widely known as Bolios. The final part where then Kotanaya is if all 27 EU member states say that they expect cooperation in carrying out judicial requests, then extradition becomes a much more realistic possibility. Just imagine. So it make a case as to why therefore increase the pressure on Sierra Leone. And yet, Salone, instead now pray with a pray. With a pray, say, let God make the not one. So now that we depend on. For pray for God in mercy. Not to for like we take the necessary action for like we address the issue. No. Instead, we pray. Because now that I will call them. We not able for call press conference. We not able for call the international media them and explain we way. No. And just like how the previous callers say, even way Salone people them they ask question about Jos Leidekker, then go dodge you. And when you ask too much, maybe then go jog the mic from you. So that's the terrible reality of the country where we all cherish and call Mama Salone. So imagine the country triangle as it is, where we get good name, where all the drug business here not be there at the forefront. The country be triangle. So now with drugs business then at the forefront and the European Union are members, then they push now for LEC as a body, let them sanction Salone and cut the aid with the give until we extradite this guy. I want to appeal to me, Salone brothers and sisters, particularly we SLPP brothers and sisters. Let's ask another question. So all here, like the bridges where one of the claims say Mother Bill don't construct and don't commission more bridges than an Escoma, and plenty of them bridge here. Now from the European Union. So now tell me too, this same European Union, with the help with them bridges, with healthcare, give we a lot of aid. Even we elections, for one we elections, for goodness sake, we're not able for pay for that. Few millions, we're not able for pay for that. We call on them. Of course, shamefully, we all see 2023. June 2020. 2023. We all see what happen. Plastic ballot boxes. We government say do not get money for buy them. And lend to go borrow them from Guinea. Plastic box them where they put ballot. and say we go lend, we go borrow them from Guinea. Election, where it costs few millions, we're not able for sponsor we own elections. So that's how terrible financially Salone dey. And yet, again, this is a challenge to me, SLPP brothers and sisters. Waiting at the benefit where Salone dey gain from we no come clean and either say just like they cannot in another country dey, or we hand this guy over as a country, not to for benefit for the Bill family and maybe in cabal them or no, not to that how they ask. How they ask about the country, una ask una self, waiting Salone they benefit from in for all this negative publicity. Una tell me whose benefit Salone they get from it. So if the answer is no benefit, then why una self not go speak up? Why una self not go speak up? Because if una, the core SLPP, just like how few don't begin speak up, but then their voice then they too low. Because now one or two people like that guy now the Netherlands, we in Forsand don't face this issue. Attila self. I know say self now out of frustration, but no need for be out of personal frustration. Una need for think about the country first. To destroy where this man they destroy this country in the name of trying for making family rich. My brothers and sisters, able as SLPP supporter now this you go call say you like your country. Again, a fundamental constitutional right for belong to any political party. But I feel say as Sierra Leoneans, we self get a duty for perform in the interest of the country. We self get a duty there. Because as citizens, we get roles and responsibilities. We self get duties then for perform. And one of the duties of a citizen now for make sure say you put your country first. Anything we're not in the interest of the country, you speak against it. And not only that, you act against it. If plenty una for don't speak up na that country day and una protest, they not go call una rebels. They not go call una terrorists. Because they know una, they soon as them brother or sister. So then they go make them realize, say, oh no, it's high time. Or una even tell them clearly, say, una go vote against them. Just like how APC supporters, them, plenty of them, where then self, be they make them clear, say, Tolombo no go sit on the angry boku. This not to just the angry, you add the angry where people learn they go through. To this kind way, even we were there abroad. Now, like how we don't hear one or two people and we don't call at the show. See then self they don't face direct embarrassment as a result of this drug issue. Every week. And in fact, self it happen more frequently than a week. It's like every other day. The same guy just like that. Last week, they catch cocaine in Liberia. And say them point them to the same guy just like Eka. So no one tell me say that the Whitman and the tarnish Salone name as Sengeh they claim. And the question now will for ask yourself, waiting and go gain. Whose threat Salone be to them, waiting for tarnish Salone name. Una tell me, sometimes in the level they use common sense, my brothers and sisters. Not to just for support them party blindfoldly. They will use common sense. It's very clear, this is not to any disrespect, but be not good for that country there. So yes, if he decide for retire, that's fine. But waiting he get for left in terms of the liability to the country, the difficulty for the country, for the next leader, whether I come up from APC or SLPP, now huge thing you get for deal with. So because 2 years from now, guess what? Then people and they go down fortify themselves. And who knows if they not go even try for manipulate the election, spend so much money for like the candidate way go then go able for manipulate. We go continue for do like waiting be they do so. Who knows? Because they don't do in different other countries then. Where they enter then countries, then they spend so much money for get the politicians, them the major politicians there on their side. And where then they happen, that country they don't they under sieged. So again, at this way I want for appeal to una the SLPP folks them. Now, una the supporters of SLPP, now una get for rescue that country there, because the APC people are rightfully so, they're scared. Because this man is ruthless. The president is ruthless. He don't care about Sierra Leoneans them at all. He don't make them clear. He make them clear during that BBC interview. Just like our brother we call talk, but say it just happens, say people and they vote by party, not to by the person in himself. And at that time, the advice, let they continue for they make the same mistake and think and they wish for a different outcome. No, it's not gonna work. Not so magic. And at the same time, they do so. And by the way, I be kind of listen to the information minister. Where they bash Kamarimba, say, well, Kamarimba na convicted felon, so get credibility and all that. But Kamarimba na Sierra Leonean. So he get the same right as the minister for express dissatisfaction where in country they go through. It's a get a right day. So rather than una address the issues then where Kamarimba, they highlight where most of the issues then they don't come to pass. And plenty time they don't consider now a whistleblower. We don't talk about this just like that. I believe say now one of the first people we talk about just like that, we connect just like that with to Salone. And now look how it done happen. So if una be taking advice or una take that kind of way he say the critique and una try for address them, be proactive, una for reach to this level. And now the other thing we notice is Fatima Bill. So clearly, not campaigning that woman they go through so. Now I read somewhere where they say they launch Mara Ladies Bar or whatever group. And then a link comes, say for support SLPP. What's other proof again you get? Saying a political campaign in that. But yet you see why we need for look after we institutions them, because the institutions then therefore God knows why. We always they use them as political tool. And that's they continue for weakening with democracy. Because you know go say, PPRC no go say, oh we as a APC do something similar then and find them. But look like this not campaigning and campaigning time in the very bill. And this now for the SLPP folks them. Bill won and say people you get mago leaders them and stuff. But Fatima Bill continue they engage in political activities all over the country. At a wish. Because they hide them. They even tag their activities then they to SLPP. Say for strengthening the SLPP. Women's wing or whatever it is. It's political campaigning. But people like you want for rally on something where they're interested in. But yet, police will say, oh, they need clearance. They don't get clearance, then go stop them. So they want to tell me, say, Fatima Biukin, they ask for clearances? No. Very clear no. Because as a matter of fact, if he asks for clearance for engage in political activity like that, the need for completely refuse for getting clearance with the understanding or the caveat we go say, no, we're not in campaigning mode yet. So we're not going to give clearance. So very clear. Say, ask for clearance. So how, in God's name, with this kind of cherry-picking approach, we go strengthen democracy in that country today? Because as a matter of fact, there are institutions here, and I believe that was the intention, the PPRC, for then go able for monitor political activities them in the country and make sure they regulate their activities then they. And one of the activities, one of the regulation, we campaign officially open, nobody, whether you're a president or not for engage in any political activities. So because President Bill no sabi do we that both comment and all that. So now on the ground they send a WEF. And to the SLPP Agbagba them una way they seek for the flag bearer. This I sure so una go down they talk on our kitchen table. Or they call una self over the phone. This the disadvantage now, because now undue advantage build again WEF so. Even though officially declare, but rule them out based on the interview with BBC. So now they use the state resources, they promote himself, while una they under the radar, una not able for even declare publicly say una they own. Una not able that because he got thrown out of in cabinet. So this now the kind of thing we go affect even una we quiet. Because una we quiet, so in essence, una they encourage the president and a WEF for just use that country they like them personal property. And clearly no accountability at all in terms of how much it go cost, now even go pay them, because the security people now that they pay for them, are government. And who than a government? Una self, now we all are government. Now we, the taxpayers, they finance the activity there. Because them place here, for example, if you are engaged in any personal activity or something, then they negotiate. Say you for pay for the security if you want to be secured. I will give you an example. I remember some of you probably listened to the interview day where Michelle Obama began at one point. It say the state or the country, they allocate certain amount for dinner for dignitaries. If you want your dinner for exceed the amount they pay the difference. At one point, we even talk about the dishes them we I think they call in China where also it says some of them buy them out of their pocket if they want one way the money not do the money where they allocate. If you not do, now then self get for pull out of them pocket for flop that money there. If they want a kind way where the money not enough, the money where they allocate for that particular event. Remember, the richest country in the world, they still get restriction, they still get a quota, they still get particular amount where if you exceed the amount there, you get for pay for the balance. So now just imagine And again, I think now under George Bush or so, we in WEF be making clear, say even the food, then get certain way how they make the food. If you want like a special dish, where maybe a day over and beyond the amount where they allocate for your food, you get for pay for that extra day. Hey, brothers and sisters, that's in America, where you go say, oh, boy, then get plenty money. Why the president not go eat any kind of thing where he want for it and the country pay for it? No, not at all. They get certain amount where they allocate. So if you want to spend beyond that amount there for your personal, on your personal self, if you come off from your pocket. And how they able know that? Because they're able to account for the spend where they spend. But we now, that then they force them pull in a corner, that accountability, how much it cost for certain activities, for them fly, and all that thing and they waiting at the cost. They're not sure we. So how we go able no say a day above within the parliament don't allocate. The parliamentarians them, then they are go that side. Shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them. Because down there na the work, one of the work them way the people elect them for do. It no matter if you go there as SLPP MP, APC MP, or whatever party MP. You hold now for you hold the government accountable. And one easy way for all them accountable now for make sure say the money will not allocate to them for particular purpose. Then for meet that particular purpose day. But we now, the government or the president particularly, they use Salone money as a personal money. And some of them now they justify that and think say, oh, now the president if for spend any I want. No. Purpose alone. The richest country in the world, America, they're not give them president open check. No. Say it can write any kind of amount we want for withdraw. No. They go through process. But we now all know. And yet we not think say it necessary for correct them. The previous presidents that don't come and then do the same. These presidents don't come and they do the same. And if we not correct that and try for put a tab on the way how the president they spend and their activities here where they can do fitty fatter, use the country resources, Salone will continue for the BN. We will continue for the swim per debt. Because not to magic, my brothers and sisters. People are waking win lotto safe. If they don't invest their money, we then win. That money they don't. So let alone we not get that kind of revenue sources, as they say. And yet we give the president open checkbook or write any kind of amount. So where we get a brilliant somebody in the name of Lara Taylor Pierce. Where they say, no. According to Salone laws, them, they get open check like that. We need for know how the money they go. And money where they come, how now they spend their money then they. So what they do? They make illegal way, unlawful way for fire that woman. So my brothers and sisters, again to me SLPP brothers and sisters, una ask una self. Waiting at the benefit we Salone they get from this president in way they push the country name to the poto. Almost every other day, the same guy, just like that, the same guy. And the other thing before time bet I say I go to comments them and stuff, but let's talk about this briefly because this is another important thing where I want to talk about, my brothers and sisters. Now this headline, Chinese employee to be repatriated following assault allegation at KK Company in Waterloo. My brothers and sisters, yes, I want to say I give kudos to we Labour Minister because he write a press release as to waiting at the decision that don't make, so then say public notice. I will just say that briefly. The Ministry of, again, public notice, the Ministry of Employment, Labour and Social Security wishes to inform the general public that following its earlier press release on the withdrawal of the work permit of Mr. Lin Zheng, a Chinese national allegedly involved in the assault of Mr. Al-Ghasimu Bari, a factory hand of KK Company at 6 Mile, Western Rural District. Senior ministry officials conducted a follow-up exercise to verify compliance with the directives issued. During the exercise, the management of KK Company presented documentary evidence, including Mr. Lin Zheng's travel itinerary, confirming that he had departed Sierra Leone. The company also informed the ministry that it has further imposed permanent ban on Mr. Lin Zheng from returning to Sierra Leone in connection with its operations, and that disciplinary measures have been taken against the local security guard and another worker implicated in the incident. In addition, Senior Labour and Occupational Safety and Health OSH official further conducted a comprehensive inspection of KK Company's operations. Following the assessment, an improvement notice was issued to the company to address identified concerns within a specific time frame. Okay, now here is my take. We all know, say, assault, a crime, a Salone in most countries, them, advanced countries, them included, a crime, assault. We assault somebody in a crime. So, una tell me, this them place how they so, and most of the labor laws them supposed to be similar. Them place here where we do so, you assault somebody. Now did they deport you right away? Or you assault somebody? Absolutely not. Did they deport you right away? You deserve the crime in the country where you commit the assault day. Because it's not crime. So you deserve the crime in the country where you commit them, and after we don't finish your sentence, then they deport you. But tell me too, if the so-called punishment for let somebody assault, then assault on with Salone person, are you country, and that person, the punishment we get now for deport them, where God knows, then you get other company them, other countries them, and send and they. We go get any iota of remorse. They go do them back to another country. Yes, for like the government do investigation and all that. But what in God's name, one moment when they say, oh, Salone 7 country and stuff, then another moment when they cave to them countries them. I bet you if not be Salone person assault Chinese man at workplace, that person they go jail. Not to sack no more, then go sack no more. They go jail. That's Salone. Of course, somebody no go crazy. You black man, you assault Chinese man at China. They not jail you. and say, oh, then just deport you. Absolutely not. You go rob jail, and after you rob your sentence, then they deport you. And if even your country were involved and say, okay, you know what, we go make a can do the sentence na Salone, for example, then we refuse that. Say, no, if you serve your sentence, na the country where they know say indeed, you go face the punishment where you deserve. But Salone now, it's like our own country. Foreigners, then they come, bully we, they almost get scot-free. What do you mean for ban them from Salone and all that? No, the company go send her any other side if not good worker. Because then go just kind of say, oh, then go ban her and stuff. What's difference it make to the person where he assault? And let we say if he injure that person there, what's difference it make to the person in well-being? Nothing. And I don't believe, say, if that person is seek compensation, the government go there behind them for let seek compensation. I don't believe so. So to them, they just feel, say, oh, from the press release, oh, we don't do the right thing. They don't deport them. And they don't ban Alain or Salone again. No, it's not sufficient. It's not sufficient at all. So now some of them things here we need for really they take into account and let people respect we. Because clearly that action there, any other Chinese person would or any other foreigner would do that to Salone person. Because it now show true respect for we citizens them at all. And with any other sovereign country, when you commit crime in that country there, you for serve the sentence in that country there. At least partial sentence. Yes, then you negotiate diplomatically and say, okay, well, try for go do the rest of your sentence. Now your country, yes, I can understand that. But you for serve some jail term na the country where you commit that crime there. Because na law, na the country saying where you assault somebody, na crime. So you for serve the sentence, na that country there. But Salone, again, where he reached to, we safe. We can bully we safe. If na Salone person, the magistrates, they only had already for sentence him to how many years in prison for assaulting a foreigner. But with foreigner assault we, or you need to serve jail term na Salone. Instead, according to what you see so, now deport them. So I just think say it's necessary for like I bring this to our attention. Let us see the nature of that country there. We get a lot for work on. All right. Before I play, because time don't bet me, before I play the vice president in video, let me take a quick break. And again, I also say boku thank you to the people that we don't donate, to the voice, the VOS helping hand, and I want to say special thank you to we brother Sal Kaba and it don't pledge. We for go collect the money and it don't pledge for pay school fee. Lunch for provide lunch as we do the last time. He give enough money for provide lunch for we the recipient of the scholarship program for a whole year. And it don't top up that money they back. It just don't send indication. It don't give clearance for let we go receive the money. And for we go be sufficient for take care of at least one student, because they plan for increase the number of students by God's grace this August. So for take care of one student for the whole year in terms of lunch. So I'm for say plenty thank you to we brother we based in Belgium, brother Sal Fuad Kaba. Let God bless you. And again, now some of them things here we emphasize. For be patriotic citizen, it all take for let you get billions. No. one step at a time. If we all do this, like how we brother do so, he chip in for the lunch, and then other person chip in for like how we can do it collectively. We able to help one student by God's grace. Come the August, we go try to get 1 or 2 additional students them, and by the time you know it, we don't get 10, 20 students them. Well, who knows what thing will become next time in the near future? They can possibly be the next president. And with this, we don't give them the opportunity. Because if they're not able to go to school, then we don't limit their future, sort of limited. But if you able to go to school, whether now formal or vocational and whatnot, but at least you will utilize your God-given talent for make way for yourself. So after this break, I will play Juldeh Jalloh a audio, and then we go wrap up. I will come right back after this. On a stay tuned.
In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what are your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal.
Ibrahim Pedal, what is
Kamara.
Kamara. You understand, say, born in Pico come first in the whole country.
Yes, I'm a Pikin. Okay. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born in Pikin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no gets. In lunch, now 10,000 a year every day. At times, we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strange. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years, work no day.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind. But brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
Take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanisms have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
I should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what you want to tell others that are unfortunate to come first in the Beckett process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared for any task overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salone Radio.
Today, John is not just a student. He's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org.
Imagine having Africa in your pocket. News, television, radio, networking, business opportunities, and community all in one powerful app. Watch BAV TV live and stay connected to the stories, discussions, and events shaping Africa and the diaspora. Listen to BAV Radio 24 hours a day, wherever you are in the world. Get breaking news from across Africa and around the globe in real time. Access digital services, mobile top-ups, gift cards, and other exciting products coming soon. Call family, friends, and business contacts using secure voice and video calling. Build meaningful network. Build meaningful relationships with Africans worldwide through the BIV Diaspora Network. Buy, sell, advertise, network, and engage in vibrant community conversations. Support education and discover scholarship opportunities that empower the next generation. Download BAV Network today and join a growing global community of Africans.
the Minister of Trade maybe not make mention. Sierra Leone today, over the last couple of years, you get what they call commodity price stabilization. Today, if you look Salone, rice, flour, oil, tomatoes, onion, it cheap na Salone pass we neighbor all. But what we make, yet still we get cheap food, but yet still the country look difficult. Now what do they call, say, the number of people that way they work, the income, household income is very, very low. When you go to one whole family, maybe now one person they work. So if you get one rent teacher, now no more they work, now you go buy rest, now you go pay school fees. So the other dependents then na Salone, the dependent then na them boku. So not of us say commodities then there, the household income now is small. So now in make would they invest for create more industry, would they create more jobs? Because the more jobs we create, the more they increase household income. So that when if you get a household, outside the pikin they work, the mama they work, the auntie they work, you go imagine saying a 5 bag rest go Canada house day. But if you get household when a one person no more they work, to support the other people then go be very, very difficult.
All right, family, I decide for play all the diaspora helping hand again. I for say boku thank you to all the people and we don't donate, and particularly our brother, we in our brother Sal Fuad Kaba, we based na Belgium. Thank you. And then one for say boku thank you to my sister Aminata Mara, we based in Canada, and I'll be last week I'll be showing now we to call na e-transfer, where it is send the money directly in a VOS account, the one we are open for the diaspora helping hand. And the other thing but I go talk about that we don't do we inquiry. Unfortunately though, the VOS account where we open a Salone, we open it with Union Trust, and that bank they're in trouble right now. So I will get for coordinate and ask how we go before retrieve money. There are people we know we maybe didn't get similar experience and all that. They are gonna help we for let we understand how we go retrieve money. But I will do underground investigation on that as well for let them tell we exactly what they go on. So the updates there I just want for Leona know. All right, before I talk about the vice president in talk, it's a food cheapness Salone. The problem that the household income now is small. The income where people in there, get boku people where they bring money. But to remember, before them take power, like how we brother be say, and we say then will increase the number of jobs by whatever amount. So 8 years on, not a new government too, 8 years na power. Then you say, oh, we know the problem. We know say yes, the money where people they don't not get boku people where they work. So now the problem. Not to say things they're expensive or cheap, things they're cheap. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. When I remember last week, we talked about the trash within a U building. Wait to make people they not be able to clear that trash. They say 1 year, over 1 year, did they work, they pay them. This not for additional job, and the current job where people then get. This same government, and then people and they work for 1 year, they not pay them, they not receive salary. Say I tell workers them. Just imagine, now people that we get job about 1 year, 6 months, if I still remember the time. I believe say about 18 months. They not pay them. And plenty other place them. Nurses that don't strike. Teachers them. Again, that student union, that teachers union representative. I think it was 2 weeks back. Waiting he say, government not fulfill their obligation for sending the school subsidies. They go to 2 terms. And we know how many months per term. I think about 3 months. So meaning 6 months. The money where government supposed for send to the schools them, and then money they then get for pinch and do other things them for the schools them. And some teachers the safe way maybe they get issue with PIN code and all that. Now from them money then they then go up and then go get them. And they one the way go they do extra curricular activity, all that. And from that money they. So the government workers them. Some of them never get their salary on time. This is not a new job there too. The existing job them, where it talks say, the reason we make people they suffer that because the family income not enough is small. But why begin force for then they get that small one in a timely manner? Where they work, months done, you pay them. They really believe, say, yes, they don't pay me, like them place here. They even go sleep and then say, because here normally now every 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I get for engat if na direct deposit, if money go on my account. I don't think say majority of the people in the diaspora. Can they do that? Can they go and sleep and begin the engat if they go get a paycheck? No. When you don't get the job, forget the job, yes. You will begin to say, when I go get decent job or whatever it is. But we get the job, paycheck not to something where you go begin the engat. Once you don't work the hours then, you almost certain forget money in your account. And yet, they say, the solution now for let we create more jobs. We're not able to sustain the one we wanna get. Instead, when they use the country money, pay una self. Fiti fata. The money them way the local person where sometimes at that minimum wage now, yes, una say una don't increase the minimum wage. Where I think now it don't go to I think 2,100,000, something like that. 2,100 now. But yet, people are still, just as you explained, a family income, something that one person they work. That person now him, they take care of everything. But let me push that in a corner, Mr. Vice President. So you say things then cheap. If things then cheap and you say now income not the problem, I don't feel say people then for the complain this way they say so. Because we all know say Guinea, Liberia, their standard of living is higher than Sierra Leone. Now correct me if I'm wrong. We know that. Of course, Guinea consistently from the time we de Salone safe. Because plenty things then are Guinea can go by. And I better explain that we talk about it's cheap and what not. So now then propaganda ya una feel say people are for able to survive. Because it's very clear, say na propaganda. So who stem things then for become cheap so where inflation no ever go negative? I don't explain that severally. So how things then for cheap? Whose magic gonna play? So prices that don't go up by 50-something% few years back, and then price then continue for the go up from that big increase there. Again, I be don't make and clear na ya seen the way how una go able minimize that price spike there and for let una increase people and wages. So yes, more jobs can come down the road, but the people that wanna get now, and yes, una say una don't increase the minimum wage, but you look at the percentage increase in the minimum wage from that time where price then begin go up. Take that kind difference there in the price increase, and then you equate the increase in that minimum wage. And tell me if the increase in minimum wage, it come close to closing that gap there. So if price then continue for the go up, and then the minimum wage not go up as much, so tell me who say the cheap thing come out? So that cheap food claim, who say come out? How you go say food cheap for Salone people? Una stop this. This is so they rob people and they suffer, and rather than una come with sober solution, una they just use propaganda. Feel so una forget away with it. Yes, you get PhD, but clearly you get no clue of what you did talk. Absolutely nonsense what you did talk. And you did talk with excitement, like say you don't get the magic bullet to the whole issue na Salone. And nonsense talk where you did talk. Food cheap na Salone, pass we neighbors them. Seriously? Food cheap na Salone, pass we neighbors them? We ask the average person how much for cookery. How much they don't call we within at the diaspora na ya. Say things then triangle and all that. Where at one point, Gary, we na inferior good, where in fact, if you eat Gary, somebody they make fun of you. Gary, people them be they buy more than the rest at one point. With you. So now it don't come to a level where the average person for able buy them, for able afford them. How it happen? How it happen? We do not tell we say the average price don't go down. And I better explain this. If the average price, the price level don't go down, we forget deflation. Meaning inflation for being negative. As long as inflation a positive number, it a be price they add on top of the old price. So meaning price continue for they go up. But now they talk like say, now the price level don't come down. And look with all excitement, like say you know what you they talk about nonsense. We they spill on people propaganda, una full of propaganda, and at this way una feel say with una propaganda, una go able make life better for the people The presidential spokesman ain't talking nonsense, and you with all excitement, the food cheap na Salone. And we all know what they mean. Cheap. Food cheap na Salone. The problem is you don't get plenty people that they work within the household. Yes, that's correct. But clearly, that's not the fundamental issue at all. At all. Not the fundamental issue. The fundamental issue is, and that IMF try for advice una. Say una be careful in terms of the exchange, the way una they use foreign currency. Una they pull foreign currency right, left, and center. And yet, where the foreign currency shots now the country, then they by itself they create inflation because the currency now don't expensive, and where they import things there now because the import to the ban in foreign currency. And instead of strengthening that reserve there by encouraging within the country, let people and produce more, what they do? They take that money, go spend travel and all that, help other country economies then for go up. And then food cheap na Salone. Seriously. So if you they run for president, now you talking point this, where people and they suffer, and then you say food cheap na Salone. The problem is now a few people and just they work. So for 8 years now, you gladly like say you don't get the magic bullet. You talk like na new administration. Like where new government come, oh, we know the problem, na this, na the solution and all that. Well, not only there for 8 years. For 8 years. And when you talk like say in a different administration, like say you not be ever be part of the administration, but yes, all of a sudden you get the magic bullet. Yes, you get few people where they walk and stuff. Like you exercise, Mr. Vice President, go look for this word where they talk about purchasing power. So look for purchasing power, okay? Not to the number of people that we get job. The current income, if like how price don't they go up so, they don't way increase more than the income. So anytime that they happen, what thing they do is they reduce the value, the amount with that same money for buy, it reduce the amount there. So when then they happen, an example, if you look from owner take office, because when I like for compare that, instead of when they compare forward country that we don't develop, how we for able for implement similar ideas and stuff, when they compare the previous administration. But let we say from owner take power, look at that time day. And then let's say one bag race. Back then, even though that terrible Alpha Kanu don't make propaganda, say now less cheaper compared to where they be take power, but nonsense. Complete nonsense. So where una be take power, roughly, because I still remember 2016, where Ben Kelfala make a video, say let people then come on and let they wear black. A call, Amos Resby, Amos Petrol be, a call. So from that video there, we can reference waiting at the price of rest. During the internet day, I believe say it be say I think 200 and I don't know if it be 40, but just over 200,000 for us. So just over 200,000 for us. Because it therefore say we Kaba, we an escomatic from Kaba, the price, and that was 2016. We don't go past Ebola shock and all that. Ebola destroy the economy. But yet now after Ebola, and not take Ebola into account too. A call, how much the price be in 2016 versus how we be we Kaba left fairly so. So it therefore compare the difference. So now the cheap way say things then cheap. Compare where una be take power in 2018 to now 2026. Again, do that math, Dave. I'm not gonna do it for you. Please, when you get quiet time, do them. And not make propaganda or tell people them exactly what are the difference. And then you do the same math. The tell una be take power. Amos minimum wage be. So now una just increase them. And you look at the difference. Let you tell people that waiting at the difference. So during the time where Koma be there, minimum wage, again, this not all for El Koroma or waiting, but I just want to make a point, okay? During the time where Koroma be there, and this, I just give you a definition of waiting the purchasing power, okay? Where Koroma be there, minimum wage, you'd able to buy one bag rice, you get change on top of there, because minimum wage, I think it was 600,000, where una take power. And let's say one bag rice be 200 and something thousand. So meaning you'd able to even get 2 bag rice on top of it. Okay. So not too long ago, before quite recently, I think it was Unaduam in April, we una increased the minimum wage. So before that, what was the minimum wage? I think it was 800,000. So una increase them just to 800,000. And almost at that time, we minimum wage with 800,000. Almost for one bag rice, it'd be more than 800,000. So meaning minimum wage not able to buy one bag rice. So that one day now in then call the purchasing power. So that same money waiting it they buy. If that time where it be they buy almost 2 bag rice, then the same minimum wage able to buy 3 bag rice, then you can make that nonsense where they talk about so. Say, oh, things then cheaper, now people them yes and whatnot. But clearly, people then they suffer. So right now, as it is, that money, that thing where they be able to afford for it, now that same amount, you're not able for do them because of for the inflation, the way how price then go up, they don't go up so much. But now they focus on inflation don't come down. Oh, now single digit inflation. Don't make magic for like things they reset. So things then cheap. Una own definition of inflation. So where inflation come down, una interpret and say that the level of prices, actual price, that they don't come down. But they are big. Sometimes I just say again, you not too much. You get boku economists then a Salone bright past me. But this, you don't need forget economics. You don't even need forget a degree in economics. If even you they take them as elective, economics 101 talk about the purchasing power. Say if you get certain amount, where the amount they able buy certain things them, and then few years later that same amount they not able buy them thing and the way you be they buy before. So what it mean? It means say the money in power don't reduce. Now the purchasing power, the power of that money it don't reduce. It not able buy for you the same things the way they buy before. Economics people then go say, well, you get for factor inflation. But even where you look after you adjust for inflation, it's still not enough. So you're not able that let's say 100,000, or let's say in the case of the minimum wage, within the first minimum wage go able to buy for you. That now minimum wage not able to buy anything for you. And tell me too. So you they say things that don't cheap. Things that cheap na Salone. So waiting on your definition of cheap, sir. Because the way the last day I check, where you see something cheap, now something where affordable, where people are able to afford. Now for the last day I check, now you have the understanding of the definition of cheap. But people don't able to afford them. And then you shoot yourself in the foot, saying now because the income low. Then why you say them cheap? Why you say people are able to afford them? If you recognize the income low, or not to things then there now the income now in low. So waiting at the definition of things them, the things they're not there. If things they're not there, if we're able to buy them just like that. But when you're not able to buy them, they're not cheap because you're not able to afford them. Something where you're able to afford, now you go say, oh, this thing cheapo. But I shall say for una, because una don't tiff the country money. So for you, I like one bag recipe, whatever amount, and one bag yabas and all that. It's cheap for you. But for that average person, no, it's not cheap. So una stop for they do them propaganda, yeah. I read the comments them and then I wrap up. And for say plenty thank you to Mion, this person, the one and only we VOS family member, we sister Mary J. Thank you very much. You say good evening, Mr. Kagbo and VOS family members. Hope we are enjoying the World Cup. Absolutely. And again, the World Cup is fantastic. And to me, I feel say this World Cup will be considered one of the best, because in terms of the goals, we don't see plenty goals. And just imagine, we still there now the group stages. I want to say plenty thank you to we sister believes in a woman. Think. Thank you very much. You say greeting my VOS family. Thank you. And another prominent family member with sister Coconut. Thank you very much. You say good morning, Fambu. Mr. Kagbo, hope you have a wonderful Father's Day and you were well rested. Absolutely. Because after the game, we go watch Saturday and Sunday, I will spend quality time with family. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. And you continue for say, these politicians, God will judge them as in Shakespeare, Hamlet. Leave them to the strings and thought of conscience. Okay, absolutely. We left them with a thought of conscience, and great, thank you. With sister Mary J say, you're right, Mr. Kagbo. I'm so disappointed with Tunisia. I'm watching the game right now. It's 3-1. Yeah, and then they end up for B against them. Less than 7 minutes. Netherlands scored 2 goals. Again, Tunisia then disappoint. We are hope say tomorrow. Senegal no go disappoint we as well, because Tunisia for right now are the worst representation, because they go out with no point at all. All the other African countries them we participate don't get point except for Tunisia and Senegal, but all the other African countries them we don't represent, we get point. So to me, Senegal need for really step up as then we champion. So Coconut say, even some of us, Mr. Kagbo, we drink tea with bread and eat lunch in school. Then after school, we eat when we come home rice and soup. Exactly. Like oh my goodness. Anyways, thank you so much. And Sister Mary, they say Alpha Kanu is sick for saying that. Indeed, that's not big insult. Big insult. And Coconut continue for say Alpha Kanu is an international disgrace to Sierra Leone. Maybe that is what he is doing to his grandchildren. I bet you go be so. But it's so sad. I make us say if in parents them be there alive for where they say himself now 1 table they eat per day, then for course really, because na disgrace to in parents them really. Coconut continue to say, I pray one day each month we in the diaspora will hear great news of Mama Salone. Mr. They pray that too. We brother Lamin Dinke say Alpha Kanu is miserable. Professor Kagbo, I love the Ivory Coast Jazzy. Thank you very much. But me not a professor. I not go be like the people the way they take doctor way they not get no. For me I only get masters, I not get PhD. Coconut say we in the village eat more than 3 times a day, because when we are in the farm we boil cassava and eat with palm oil. Absolutely. And that make I kind of wonder, because during those days, I remember where even we self can go for holiday and at the villages, like you get food, like you like constantly. Sometimes in there you can even, if now orange time you suck orange time, you can bell full self before even then cook. So why on earth this man they talk this brother Songu say Alpha Kanu is expressing general occurrences in the provinces. 3 meals a day is a relative term. Same food is severely eaten in a day. We don't know what is 3 meals. You eat what is available. And I will understand. You see, this, again, now one of the problems. My brother, you get absolute right for express yourself, no question about that. But a very disingenuous way you can try for defend something we had for defend. We dey talk about the country now. Not to SLPP no more. This is not a country. Alpha can make a statement about every Salone person. Say we culture. So that way when you talk so, say people and they eat, let's say, according to you, the same food. And you talk, I don't know what in your definition of severely eating in a day. I don't know what in your definition of that. But if not less, when you eat less 3 times a day, it constitutes 3 meals a day. Now that's not a simple definition. Now, yeah. So then they ask you what you eat, you balance the diet. No. Alpha can say now 110 people and they eat per day. So when you want for try for twist in talk now for make them fancy. Say, oh, you not considered 3 meals a day if not the same food they eat several times. I'm not able to understand that. Sister Coconut say David is a pure opportunist. I believe they talk about Sengeh. Period. Full stop. Now he could go and demand the MCC money as he is the go-getter. Good point. They don't lobby for the MCC money and stuff and don't spend more money for even get that. At one point, even Seth, they hire a farm for lobby for them and all that. And all the money and the way they pay people and the way they suffer. They know for the able put in good terms, in good way. Brother Songu continue to say, sometimes farmers go to work in their fields without eating in morning until meal is prepared in the afternoon. That same meal is served later as needed until all is consumed. You still they make the point where I'm not able to understand your point. So to you, if you eat the same food 2-3 times a day, it considered saying I want to eat. Hey, my brother, yourself, you're a very intelligent man, but sometimes you can surprise me. This is not to tell you, but you can really surprise me. You point the way you can make though. You just talk about, okay, people and they eat afternoon and then eat later, and then you want for suggest down there as one meal. For me, brother, you smarter than that to for understand within a one meal. I want to say Boku thank you to our sister Asia too. Again, another family member. It's a good evening to my viewers family. And it's good to see you, Mr. Kagbo. I'm just asking, I know this question is out of topic. I'm asking for a long time. CEO of VOS Mohammed Juldeh, yeah, I did. They take care of the folks then at Salone. Yes, they do well. Thank you very much. Not out of topic. Again, we're not family. So a nice for you ask about a family member. Absolutely. Yeah, they do well. Thank you so much for asking. As a matter of fact, thank you. Brother Verde, thank you very much. You said revenue is enough. It's just that our leaders are stealing so much. That's a great point. That's a great point because again, they choke Salone people to like death, like the taxes. A long time. When was it? When they say beginning January, this go up by this percent, then go increase tax by this percent. All then tax, then they don't add it, and yet they talk say then still they spend more than the revenue that they receive. Then you ask yourself, what thing did they spend on par? The pine fly, and all the other nonsense them on top of it. It's a shame. Coconut continue to say Sengeh should go and open a factory to be making prosthetic legs, absolutely arms and foot that would be beneficial to our sisters and brothers. And he will go down in the history books rather than stealing our money. Oh my goodness. Well said. I don't feel so good to say more than that, better than that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Coconut, they plead, say please like and share. Very interesting as usual. Thank you very much. And Mary J, they say, Alpha Kanu is embarrassing himself just to protect his properties. Well, time will tell, because it just happened almost say APC, the same side of, two sides of a coin. So it just sad, but clearly, them people are somebody need to hold them accountable. Think they say they will never turn this criminal in because all the law enforcement department are protecting him because they are all beneficials, building mansions and places or run back to the Western world. That's very sad. Very, very sad. And you continue to say they have American and British passports. Marie J, Sister Marie J, they say, as a matter of fact, Cameron Bra is the one who actually has credibility to me. Indeed, a great point. And we own brother Fuad Sharif, another prominent and founding extended family member, say, Mr. Kagbo, this government too wasteful. That ain't an open secret, my brother. But Almami Raz Sise will return. Say First Lady Michelle Obama did tell us about that. Yes, again, some people the way they follow, not so secret. Michelle Obama Siam clearly say certain things then they where they be get for pay out of their own pocket. It make it clear. So again, this not just for tell we say. Not to nothing for say we get any personal grudge against the bills. No. Salone no get money if the richest country in the world by the GDP in America. You president, you first lady, you they pull out of your pocket for pay for something where you want. We do not allocate them to your budget. Just imagine. And we now, we president, we first lady, then they fly in the country back. And what a shame. And then when I turn around and say, oh, we not get money for pay people, and yet the vice presidents, they say Salone thinks them cheap. Oh my goodness. Brother Ibrahim Mansari, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, Chief Mr. Kagbo, and our beloved brothers and sisters and viewers. Family, thank you very much. Brother George Walker, another prominent brother. You said the back of you looks good and just captured our historic city. Okay, thank you. And you prompt me for do this. Thank you very much. And Brother Vandy say, I don't believe anything the minister said about this assault. What did they do for the employee? And again, that's not a very good question, because to me, a very clear say, they're not going to do anything to him because that man's supposed for serve jail now, Salone. They're not for deport him right away. No. And they're not talk about the part where I read, they don't say anything about the employee. If the employee fine, if he injured, nothing like that. And I bet you they're not going to even consider the guy in welfare. And what a shame. So Brother Walker, continue to say, Brother Chief Abdul, greetings to you and your backroom team. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And yes, what a great team. And by God's grace, we go resume normal programming this weekend. You continue to say, Alpha Kanu seems to be living in or on another planet. No, not deliberate something. He feels saying that this way, if it go please Bill for the talk then nonsense the day. Sister Marie J continue for say, US, I'm watching my game. Okay, we've scored one. Okay. And I'm glad that you me they watch, discuss them. but I'm not able to watch the game because I prefer, I kind of prioritize Una. And Brother George continues to say, some people say we don't respect ourselves, which is sad. Assault is a crime. Absolutely. A crime. And I don't know why, for serve the sentence. To me, deporting somebody who don't commit crime, you deport them right away, then they're not so punishment to me. Because if you deport them to a country, what does that mean? Brother Albert Lancelot, thank you very much for joining. You say, good morning, Mr. Abdul Kagbo. How are you doing over there in Canada? They do well. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. Let God bless. And I will say again, Boku thank you to your brother Albert. You say you did watch from Hill Station. Thank you very much. And one for say Boku thank you to again, Brother George. You say, you continue for say the town hall meeting was something else. People who wanted to ask questions were not picked to ask questions, and some of the claims by the panel did not match the figures. Well, again, now something we didn't do deliberately, and that's not another problem with the politicians them, because to me, you they come at them place here with statistics for convince the diaspora, for let them go back home, then go invest. But if you come with propaganda, whose achievement than they do? So instead, you just waste the country resources because you don't gain any credibility. And you know it will influence anybody, because anybody way don't get any money now, a money way for retire and then a go Salone for go invest, you need for convince them. So again, I want to say boku thank you to all the brothers them, but Fuad, they say Mr. Kagbo, Juldeh don't take you job na you want for break down the economy. I for be glad if he be doing right, but where it full of propaganda and it very clear saying know what they do with all the excitement where it give the impression like say you know what they do, but it's so sad for like again I get PhD and I believe in PhD, but you as leader you don't get for know it all. I make you get people the way you they rely on. Wait for the right for you, because if I told now you want for go talk and safe, but then for the right time for you in a way that, because imagine not to just Salone people and they talk to, because that's how I go do, and so you get boku people in a non-Sierra Leoneans where then begin kind of wonder how Salone cheap things that don't go up from July. I remember the last time we be 50 something, I think 52 or 54% the inflation. That was in 2023, October or so. So from that time, the price no go, the inflation no go negative. So price they just add on top of that, and then you say Salone thinks them cheap, with the wages then stagnant until recently. Una say una they increase the minimum wage, and yet una don't increase the minimum wage as recent as waiting a show for people who are just joining. Una look at this. Former worker fine boss staff demand benefit after unlawful dismissal, and then I don't give references to that dirty now you building where the people are not able for clear the place because the government don't owe them for a year. So you put all the factors then they together. People in they get the money where they don't work. And then you say things they're affordable. Maybe I use that word affordable. Because affordability, we now my own understanding that of we say thing cheap, you will afford them. Affordability, the cost of the thing, a part of it, and then the money for buy them. na part of it. So if you get the money for buy the thing, so then they na part of you for say this thing cheap. So but for let you cut out thing cheap, the goods then cheap, and the price is not for them at all. The price do not go down on average. Do not go down. So again, it's so sad. It really, really sad. They can push this propaganda to some extent that it be like insult to people. Again, from maybe I just kind of tap here for say boku boku tenki. By the way, I want for just read this one, but Verde, they say 1,500 or 1.5 million all loans. That's the new minimum wage. Okay, 1.5. Okay, thank you very much for the correction. It's not 2.5. Okay, thank you for the correction. So now the 1.5 when are the new minimum wage. Almost for the bag rest. And look at waiting that 1.5 or that 1,500 go buy for you compared to back then. I don't know if brother Verde, I think I be seeing somewhere where he jump. I think he be talk about like Amos. I don't know if not him, but like Amos bag rest at that time. But it's very clear though, I know we'll get that number, the exact, but it's very clear saying the minimum wage before they take power or during the time they take power, 2018, the minimum wage, able by, let me just take say the minimum wage now be 600. Able by more than 2 bag rest. Than they not to know propaganda, because I think it was 240,000 leones per bag in 2018, and the minimum wage was 600,000 if I remember correctly. So that means if they buy 2 bag less, and you still get change on top of it. Now, until recently. So I don't know, because depending upon the type bag, but the cheapest bag rest now, probably they look at the 800,000. So 1.5, 800,000 per bag. So clearly 1.5, even we didn't just raise them, we just increase them, not able to buy 2 bag rest. So you look right there. Look at that, right? That example, no cut and join math. Just that example, they tell you say life for the people be better off before 2018 when President Bill take over power. Just look at the minimum wage, waiting it be able to buy for you versus waiting the minimum wage they buy for you now. Simple math. So again, this not to say, oh, na APC are they try for kind of support na ya. Again, the numbers need a lie, my brothers and sisters, at all. They need a lie. So the numbers them they clearly show say before Bill take power versus now things then worse. So the money and not able to buy the thing them way, maybe they buy that same money, the thing way they buy in 2018. It's very clear. So again, I want to say boku tenki. By the way, I know goes done. I know say hello to this person. We own sister Waki always say, dear big I know jealous Samo, sister Bendu. Thank you so much for when you joined the show. And you say hello, VOS family and friends. Thank you so much, Madam Bendu. May God bless. And Brother George, as always, very active on the platform. I want to say boku boku thank you to you. And again, when you engage fellow VOS family members, you brothers and sisters, I want to say boku boku thank you to you as well. You ask about Madam Fadima. Yes, Madam Fadima, they do well. It just happens to say it take extended break from VOS because you say the politics na Salone they get a headache, and we respect that. But Bendu continue to say these politicians are very dishonest and lack credibility. It's all about what they can drain out of the country. Absolutely correct. I agree with you 100%. Thank you so much for that. And it's very sad, very, very sad. And I will finally read this one. Brother George say you have advisors which should include economic advisors in your ministry to guide you on proper economic affairs. I believe say again, no, the economists they not go do deliberately. They go don't tell them, but either excitement or whatever it is, then just full of propaganda. Because Italics say the intention for spill propaganda, which is very sad. And it's not supposed to always be that, especially when they come for impress or for persuade people from the diaspora and then go back home. Come with the facts. When you show them the facts and point them to a website or document and stuff, where then they go reinforce the message where they say. But if you come now, they try for say, oh well, I go kind of push propaganda, you just make a fool of yourself. Because when me listen to you, that is complete nonsense. Talk about things then cheap na Salone. But the average person, if you say something like that, he go watch you by the eye. If I try not suck teach you because you're not vice president, but he go watch you with by the eye for talk say things then cheap na Salone. Hey, boy, seriously? People and they suffer there, you say things then cheap na Salone. You don't even find word way maybe people and go kind of not fully understand what you mean. Hey, boy, no, that's very terrible. That's terrible. But I'm not gonna do that again. Me don't give them my advice. You say, Brother Kagbo, you need to give the vice president economics lesson. No, economics 101. Again, you don't need for get economics degree though for no saying and nonsense in the talk. How you at one point you say, oh well, now because the income low, and then you turn back and say things then cheap. No, that would, in fact, again, it's in a Creole, but for there you say things they're affordable, but yet people their income low. Now, so it sound like. So una kind of, if na English somebody talk and say, you know what, your income level is very low, but yet this particular good is affordable. It make any sense to you? It's affordable, but because your income low, you cannot get it. So it means it's not affordable. Because that's not the definition of cheap. With something cheap, you're able to afford them. So if your income low, you're not able to afford them. That's not the problem. So not say things then cheap. And then you twist back and say, oh, the problem is things then cheap. But it just happens to say people income low. Oh, them people there. They are big. No, they do that though. No, they do that at all. I go tap na ya and I for say boku boku thank you to una all we don't participate. Let God bless una with una family. And let God direct to politicians them and let they make them realize say propaganda not the right way for push the country. Because the way you engage in propaganda, you just they continue for tell yourself say you didn't on the right track. But the sooner they realize say the economic policies then they work, the better it can be, because then they go prompt them for go into better solution, think about a solution for like they resolve the issue of the country. But for right now, you look at the drug issue, you look at the bread and butter issue, you look at plenty other things them. My brothers and sisters, Salone clearly not in the right track. So let God bring them back to the right track. And at this, I go left una with. And again, I'll for say, boku thank you to now always join we. And as always, we make this program a success. And every Thursday, when they come, even though some people even now, yourself within North America, I don't late. But we all they sit down and we talk about the country. I want to say boku thank you and let God continue for giving the courage and understanding for let we talk about the country and how we will push the country before. Again, I want to say plenty thank you to all the people who don't donate, and let God bless you now with our family, and above all, the one and only country where me and you to cherish and call Mama Salone. Until we meet again next Thursday, me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say unatata. Let God bless you now.
In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal.
Ibrahim Pedal, what? Kamara. You understand say everybody people come first in the whole country?
Yes, I'm a Pekin. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the Pekin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no gets. In launch na 10,000 a year every day. At times we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years, work no day.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind. But brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
To take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanisms have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
I should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what do you want to tell others that unfortunately came first in the Becker process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared for any tax overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salone Radio.
Today, John is not just a student. He's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org.